Hello, have you been watching Daredevil Born Again? Disney considers it the first season, but of course for us, who've been watching it since 2015, we think it's the fourth season. It's kind of a follow-up to the Netflix series and the Defenders and all the other characters that we used to see. And unlike the Born Again from the comics, where Daredevil went through the worst times in his life, destroyed completely by the Kingpin, we already saw that in the Netflix series. In this series, he just gave up being Daredevil and is Matt Murdock trying to put this vigilante life behind him, having made peace with the Kingpin and just trying to be a good lawyer after Foggy's death in the first episode. So far, it's alright, but it's been extremely slow. I like Daredevil. Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character. He's the standard of the best that Marvel can offer. And the adaptation is captivating even with the Disney version, which is violent. Now, there are some parts which I find a bit weird when you compare them with the Netflix series. For example, seeing Daredevil swing from his billy club and the rope and so on. That's a bit weird. That's more like Spider-Man in the context of the MCU. Seeing more reference to the actual MCU, like Miss Marvel. It's a different monster. There was an entire episode on a bank heist gone wrong where Matt Murdock, just saved the day without using the Daredevil persona. Now, I'm not sure exactly why this episode was included. It feels like an extra story, but it might be to show us that Matt Murdock was really hoping he wouldn't have to turn into Daredevil to save the day ever again. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's not what it is. I don't know yet. We'll see in future episodes why this particular bank heist episode was so relevant for the rest of the series. But one thing that is common to all Daredevil series is that in the middle there's a crunch and it feels extremely slow. Most of us have been wanting to see Daredevil in action in his suit from the beginning. Now we understand that that's not the story this season. He's slowly gonna crawl back into being Daredevil and feel guilty about it every single step of the way. And they're doing this parallel story with the Kingpin where they get to show him becoming mayor, as we've seen once in the comics, and veering back into his criminal life once again. The truths that they made in the first episodes will probably be broken. We're expecting more Frank Castle, the Punisher, in the series. We haven't seen him that much yet. He just showed up like that. Maybe he's going to be there more forcefully. And it seems that Muse, the villain that was promised to be the main baddie in the Daredevil series, well, he's going to reappear again in future episodes, but who knows what they'll do with him. An interesting thing is that he doesn't seem to have those powers that he had in the comics where he could negate all the senses that Matt Murdock Daredevil has and just be blind. But at the same time, he's a good fighter and he knows how to kick some ass. Normally, Daredevil should have taken care of him pretty easily. I'm not sure what the deal with him is. We'll find out soon. He's a serial killer, an MCU serial killer. And it's amazing that the other characters mentioned in New York City have not dealt with him yet. Like, where's Spider-Man? Will we ever get a cameo from Tom Holland, Peter Parker, Spider-Man in the series? Who knows? Now, it seems that the White Tiger's niece has been propped up to replacing him eventually, a bit like in the comics, but who knows? The story is captivating so far, but it does lack a bit of action. And if you were looking for maybe less brain and more brawn, this series is not there yet. Now, the redemption and Born Again symbolism is very strong in the series, maybe over the top. It's like they're screaming at you, there is symbolism here. It's about being born again, rebuilding your identity as Daredevil. Who knows? I like the series so far. That's why I came back to Disney Plus. That's the only reason I came back, because I didn't want to be spoiled. So easy to be spoiled. Of course, the Kingpin is always incredible, and the story arc with Vanessa this season is delightful. She's a great actress, and she's the best foil for the Kingpin that we could get. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with Karen Page or even Foggy Nelson. Everybody's speculating that Foggy Nelson's going to come back soon. I hope not. I hope he's dead. Unless they put him in a hand ninja mix thing to revive him. Who knows? Now it seems that the Swordman will be making more of an appearance. I mean, we've seen him briefly in action. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of him. He sent a warning to the Kingpin. I don't quite recall the relationship he had with the Kingpin in the Hawkeye series. I'll have to go watch that again. But he was a player in that series. I'm hoping that the future episodes will have Matt just step in and just having some Daredevil time, which will eventually bring us to the confrontation with the Kingpin. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, filling in since 2002. Like and subscribe.